How to start flipping houses and never lose money. I mean, look, you can make a lot of money flipping houses as a beginner. Did you know that the average profit on a flip is $70,000? Wouldn't you like to make $70,000 on a flip? I mean, that's a lot of money, especially if it's repeatable and you can do this 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a year. You can quit your 9-to-5 job. You don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. You can even give money to your kids and grandkids or retire in the next 5 years or so. Now, the only thing is though is that over 30% of all investors lose their money, break even, or go into foreclosure. So what you got to understand is how to never lose money on a flip and how to make this process repeatable, and also the psychology of flipping homes. So let's get right into it. Also, I'm gonna give you the secret sauce on how to flip house and get into bigger deals down the road. I mean, because flipping single families or triplexes, it's okay. But to get into bigger deals, 10, 20, 30, $40 million deals is another skill set. I'll explain it later in the video. Now, before we get into it, hit that subscribe button to get wonderful, compelling content just like this. Number one, never overestimate the ARV. What is the ARV? It's your after repair value. So how do you get the after repair value? So you look at comparables in that neighborhood for the house you're looking to buy. So you look at 5 to 10 homes of homes that, let's say, is a single family. You look at all the homes in that neighborhood and you say, okay, I saw the comparables and it's $150,000. Now, most people would think that they could sell this house for $150,000, which may be true, but market conditions change. So I would suggest to say that the ARV for this house is $140,000 instead of $150,000. So therefore you do $140,000 times 20%, and that is the number where you buy at. So underestimate your ARV. Never overestimate your ARV. Number two, you want to overestimate your construction budget. Now, let's say you think the construction budget is going to be $25,000. You go into the house with an inspector. The inspector says you gotta have X, Y, and Z. You gotta fix the windows, blah, 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 whatever. So you say it's gonna cost $25,000 to do the rehab. I would say put in another $10,000 on top of that because shit always happens. So you want to estimate, instead of $25,000, $35,000. I remember I bought a 2-family house and someone stole the boilers, which cost me $10,000 to install. The insurance company that insured the house did not cover the boilers of the house. Therefore, I had to come out of pocket an extra $10,000 to compensate for that. Now, one may say, why you didn't secure the house? Fair enough. Nonetheless, I had to come up with this money to buy it. So you gotta always overestimate the construction budget. Now, my thing is, when you're buying houses, you never want to buy a house where you have to do extensive plumbing work, extensive electrical work, roofing, none of that stuff, right? All you really want to do is just do basic cosmetic work. You want to do floors, you want to do a good paint job, you want new cabinets. You want to make sure that the house on the outside looks good, so you want to make sure that the grass is cut and that the place is painted on the outside. You want to make sure it just looks really nice. That gives the house a lot of value, and also that'll save you a lot of money down the road. Number three, you only want to buy homes that are profitable. Never buy homes that are not profitable. Because why? You ain't gonna make no profit. Let's say you see a house that is $150,000. The rule of thumb is you always want to buy homes 20% below market value. So in this case, you would want to buy this home at $30,000 less than $150,000. So the ARV is $150,000, right? 20% of that is $30,000. It means your offer on this house would be $120,000, not $150,000. Your $30,000 is your profit to be made. Now, considering that the house needs another $25,000 worth of work, so therefore your offer would be $95,000. So you do $95,000 is the offer, plus another $25,000 to renovate, plus your profit of $30,000. This is how to do deals. Now, in your case, you want to throw in another $10,000 for construction, so actually your offer would be $85,000, not $95,000. That alone will help you make sure you have a profitable deal. And then understand there are deals like this. don't think that they're not deals like this, because you have all different types of sellers, and sellers are selling for different reasons. So understand that it's a deal like that. Stay patient and you will find another deal. Now, the last thing here, the secret sauce to finding and getting into bigger deals, is that once you sell this house, okay, you're gonna take the $30,000 profit plus the deposit money you've put into the deal, which is going to be 20% of the $95,000, which is about $15,000 to $20,000. So now you're going to have at least $50,000 of profit. That $50,000 of profit gives you 20% on a bigger deal, meaning that instead of you looking for a $100,000 house, you can look for homes that are $200,000 to $250,000, $200,000 to $250,000. Now that allows you to get into bigger deals. This is how it should be done. If you like this content, check out my other video right here. Until the next time, go big or go home.